You are watching the Prinx USL Cup on ESPN+. Tonight, two teams desperate for a win, battling out in paradise as Sarasota and Jacksonville try to stay alive in Group 7. We'll take a look at the Group 7 standings, and as you're about to see, it is the team down south, Miami FC, currently leading the race with 6 points. Right behind them, though, is the Tampa Bay Rowdies with 3 points. Those two are going to meet on Saturday, so a big game coming up between Miami FC and the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Paradise and Jacksonville desperate for a win today. A loss probably means they are out of the picture. Take a look at the last cup match from the Sarasota Paradise. It was a 2-0 defeat, and it was Carson Henderlong who was the star with 2 goals. The first of those two off the rebound. Alex Sutton not able to corral it, able to put in that rebound. And then in the second half, he struck again, a beautiful feed, slots it past Sutton, and it is the Tampa Bay Rowdies with the 2-0 win. Player to watch for the Paradise brought to you by Guerrasine's immigration attorney. It is Jonathan Bolaños, who continues to be a force on the Sarasota offense. Bolaños has netted 3 goals on the year, a player that Sarasota relies on and will continue to as Sarasota looks to turn their offense around. For Sporting Jacksonville, it has been a struggle with no exception to the game versus Miami FC. Miami opens the scoring just 9 minutes into the game, and they were able to hang on to the 1-0 lead to secure the win. It was another scoreless effort from Jacksonville, who have been shut out in 5 of 6 matches. They know that they must start scoring goals, and if anyone is going to be getting those goals, it is going to be Jääskeläinen, who was drafted 7th in the 2025 MLS Super Draft by St. Louis, currently on loan in Jacksonville. He has 1 goal on the season, and this Jacksonville side is desperate for some more. Can he ignite this side to a cup game win when they need it the most? Two teams with similar starts to the season trying to turn the momentum around and stay afloat in Group 7 of the Prinx USL Cup. It's the Sarasota Paradise versus Sporting Jacksonville, next on ESPN+.
Eclipsing the sparkle of jewels and beyond collecting art. True luxury is not a thing acquired or a status to declare. Real, meaningful luxury is a feeling discovered. The opulence of spirit. The relaxed, resplendent luxury of the Sarasota area. Feel the difference.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Here at ABC7, we help businesses on the Suncoast
connect with potential clients.
We use cutting-edge broadcasts and digital tools
to help get your brand in front of the right customers.
We'll help you expand your share of the market by precisely targeting your audience.
We craft proven marketing strategies to separate you from competitors,
so that you can accurately predict your growth by consistently generating revenue.
Let us help you grow your business. Scan the QR code to schedule a time for more information today.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, things are really heating up. Celebrations are taking shape. Memories are sinking in. At the ranch, we're taking swings and making strides, letting loose and living well. Now it's your turn. Plant those roots. Rekindle. Rejoice. Shine bright. This is where bold days begin.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. Pods Moving and Storage. Trust Pods with your next move. Welcome into paradise. It is the second game of the Prinx Tires USL Cup for both the Paradise and Jacksonville. Let's meet the starting lineup. First for the host, the Sarasota Paradise. And the biggest thing to note is a change in goalkeepers for the Paradise. Alex Sutton has played in all matches for the Paradise until today. It's Roxanne Hamadeka who gets the starting goal. For Jacksonville, they roll out a pretty similar lineup to their last go-around in the USL Cup. Oliveras in goal. Alcock just scored a goal in the match against Indy 11. They did fall 2-1 in that matchup. These are two teams that have no doubt had their struggles to start this season. Jacksonville is the only team in the USL Championship who is yet to pick up a win so far this season. Sarasota not much better, only 2 wins on the season. Both teams looking to pick up a Prinx Tires USL Cup win. We are underway in Sarasota, Florida. Addison Resco with you here as Sporting Jacksonville looks to get that first win. We just mentioned 0 wins on the campaign so far. They have been held scoreless in 5 out of their last 6 matches. Before the goal from Ahmad Alcock against Indy 11, they had not scored in over a month. It was March 28th the last time they scored. They still lost that game. This is a side that has not been able to put it together. They lost 4 games consecutively in a row, 1-0. This is a team with a lot of quality, but they just have not been able to figure it out quite yet. And for Sarasota, they have lost 6 out of their last 7 matches. That only win coming against Corpus Christi, who is the only side in USL 1 who has not picked up a win. Let's see if Sarasota can get another win over a side that has not picked up a win. They were in Chattanooga on Saturday. Leveled the game at 1-1 with a Matthew Sensi goal, his first professional goal. But it all went downhill from there. Matthew Bentley, a hat trick for Chattanooga, as Sarasota continues their league woes to start the USL 1 campaign. Still a lot of season left, though. They've played a lot of matches, though. They are tied with FC Naples for the most matches played so far in the season, both at 9. And there is Roxanne Amadeka. He is from Accra, Ghana. Arrives from the Right to Dream Academy system, one of the top academies. And the 18-year-old who has been with the team all season long finally gets his first start. Alex Sutton has played in all the matches for Sarasota so far, and he's done a fair job, especially in the last Prinx Tires USL Cup match against the Tampa Bay Rowdies, in which he had 11 saves, and a couple of them were phenomenal. But a chance here for Amadeka, the young 18-year-old, to prove himself. He is now the official number 2 goalkeeper on this Sarasota side after Stas Lapkes, who was on loan from Columbus Crew, returned earlier this week. Tonight's keys to the game are presented by Guerrasine's immigration attorney. For Sarasota, it stayed compact defensively a couple times on those corner kicks against Chattanooga, and just throughout the season they've just become discompact, and it's hurt them. An early opportunity here. Left off for Pedersen, brings it back in. Was looking for Bolduc, but was unable to connect. And for Sporting Jacksonville, limit the corners and defend the corners better. Really hurt them in their last match against Indy 11. 2 goals from corners from Indy 11. But another loss in the loss column for Jacksonville. Pedersen winds up and throws it into the box. And it will bring up a corner right on cue. All Paradise corners are brought to you by Saramana. Let us manage your technology. And this is an area of Sarasota's game that they've done very well in. They create a ton of corners. They're one of the top in the USL One at creating the corners, but they are still yet to finish. Andres Rodriguez will send this in towards the back post. Gets the head of Waters, but a foul is called. Declan Waters, the leader on this team. Probably who head coach Mikael Lavar of the Paradise talks about most highly. Says he is the best defender in the USL One. Here's Ethan Bryant. Now Andres Rodriguez over to Pedersen. Rodriguez sends it over to Jonathan Bolaños. 3 goals on the season for the man who had 11 assists in 2022 with Richmond. He has flipped sides now, becoming more of a goal-scoring threat for Sarasota. You'll see him often just create opportunity after opportunity for this side. And a foul on Bolaños. Called against Ethan Dudley. He's in his first pro contract with Sporting Jacksonville. Bolduc tries to send that through. Touch on Rose. Salier. Now to Edwards. Was able to talk to head coach of Sporting Jacksonville, Liam Fox, earlier this week. And he acknowledged the fact that this team isn't where they need to be right now, but has a lot of hope for where this team can get. He says they've been close just too many times, but believes the result is getting ready to come. Sent down, headed away by Amadeus Shogard. Whistle against Jacksonville. And in regards to the Paradise last USL Cup match against Tampa Bay, head coach Mikael Lavar, despite the 2-0 scoreline, was very pleased with how the Paradise played that game. Thought that was a game where they could have gotten a result, and even said that if they got the Tampa Bay Rowdies again, that he thinks the result could be much different. But nevertheless, they did not get the job done, but again was decently happy with the performance, as happy as you can be with a 2-0 loss. Paradise wanted a foul. They won't get it. Here is Ethan Bryant. Bolaños sends this through. Rodriguez sends it in. And no problem there from Christian Oliveras, who was named as a 2025 MLS Next Pro Goalkeeper finalist. Another foul. Look at Emil Jääskeläinen. Nothing doing offensively for Sporting Jacksonville. We're about 9 minutes through. Again, an offense that has been held scoreless in 5 out of their last 6 matches. It has not been easy going. Here's Bolduc. He'll win a corner. Matt Bolduc, who just signed a 25-day contract, making his first start with the Sarasota Paradise. Came on as a substitute in that game versus Chattanooga in the 70th minute. Another Paradise corner brought to you by Sarah Manna. Let us manage your technology. Matt Bolduc spent time with the Richmond Kickers from 2017 to 2022. Obviously, that connection to head coach Mika Alivara. Many Richmond players a part of this Sarasota side. It will be a goal kick. Here's Dudley. Edwards. Now Gomez. Dudley calls for it. Gomez delivers. Tyshawn Rose. Flicked on, but nobody home, and Roxanne Amadeka will calmly collect and send this forward to Jorgen Peterson, who has been a real bright spot for Sarasota so far this season. And getting another look at Roxanne Amadeka, who again makes his first start for the Paradise, his first appearance for the Paradise. This one sent through to Bolaños, has a step, but it was too good to be true. His run just a little bit offside. And that's really the name of the game of what Sarasota likes to do. They love to build from the back and send it long to Bolaños. You'll see every time they're really utilizing that left side, sending a long ball for Bolaños, utilizing his speed. And it's created a lot of opportunities. The Sarasota side, although they haven't scored more than 2 goals at any point this season, you wouldn't think that if you watch some of their games. Boy, they create a lot of chances. They just haven't been able to finish. And head coach Mika Alivara talked about needing to find that offensive consistency that they just haven't found yet. We talked about it with the corners and not being able to finish on any of those. Andres Rodriguez once again will get this through to Bolaños. With some room, Bolaños leaves it off for Bryant. Was taken away, dispossessed nicely. What can Sporting Jacksonville make of this? This is a really positive run from Pedder, but dispossessed quickly by Sarasota. Now it's Bryant. Andres Rodriguez Bryan again to Bolaños. Bolaños a step, sends it through. And they are going to call a foul. So a free kick coming up here for Sarasota. Bolaños down on the ground in some pain. Gomez came in with the challenge. Bolaños was trying to find Bolduc. As we approach the 14-minute mark, 0-0 the score. An important game for both these teams in the USL Cup. Miami FC already with 6 points, and if they win against the Tampa Bay Rowdies, they are basically through. All they would need is a draw versus Sarasota. That game a little bit away. But they would basically be 1 point away from winning Group 7. Dangerous free kick. O'Dwyer able to save it. Bolduc with it now. Falls back to Pedersen. And they are going to call a foul on Chandler O'Dwyer. A couple of times that Sarasota has been called for a foul deep in the attacking third. Guerrasines are industry leaders in visa processing for professional athletes. They work hard off the field for players to succeed on it. Reach out today for your organization's consultation. Dealing with those immigration attorneys is something that the Paradise themselves have had to deal with. Head coach Mika Lavara, again in our conversation this week, touched on the importance of having his assistant coach Trevor Sinclair with him on the bench. Says there is nobody he'd rather have to help with the player development. That's what Sarasota really leans on as a club. They love to talk about how they are going to develop players. Head coach Mika Lavara, during our conversation this week, highlighted Matthew Sensi as a guy that they really believe in. He's on the bench tonight, scored his first professional goal against Chattanooga, the only goal in that 4-1 loss, as Declan Waters sends it away as Jacksonville was trying to get that to Jääskeläinen. 1 assist, 1 goal on the season. Antonio Gomez. Pedder sends this one in. Paradise trying to send it away. We'll have another crack at it here, and they will. But Gomez still with it. Decent opportunity for Jacksonville, but Shogard there in defense to send that one back to Waters as the Paradise clear it away. Dudley wins it back. Sends it down to Ryan Edwards, captain of this Sporting Jacksonville side, who is reunited with Liam Fox. The two were with each other 4 years ago. Here's Bolaños leading the charge once again. McLaughlin can't control. Now Bryan has it. Played nicely to Bolaños. Went off of Sporting Jacksonville, but Oliveras, no problem there. Paradise once again trying to find Bolduc, who has been very active again on a 25-day contract. Second game with the Paradise, and see if he sticks around. So far, he has looked good, as here comes Tyshawn Rose and the Jacksonville side. Rose leaves it off. This cross too powerful and goes out for a Sarasota throw. Every great play starts with the right intelligence. Playmaker AI, the future of soccer in your hands. There is Kieran Sadlier. 2 goals so far on the season. He was very active in the 1-0 loss against Miami FC on April 25th. Created a flurry of chances, most notably in the 34th minute with a cross sent in. Sporting Jacksonville had about 3 shots on goal, all went for naught. It's a lovely defensive effort by Miami FC to somehow deny Sporting Jacksonville, but despite their scoring woes, it's not a team that hasn't had their opportunities. They just haven't fallen. Roxanne Madeka will take his time and get this to Jorgen Pedersen. Andres Rodriguez, who the Paradise named as their player to watch. Try to get that to Brendan Kruger, but Kruger could not handle it, and it goes out for a Sporting Jacksonville throw. 3 games played for Brendan Kruger so far this season. He has not been a consistent presence in this lineup for Sarasota, but again, one of the younger guys on this side that the Sarasota Paradise are keying in on to develop. This one sent in, Waters heads it away. Out for another throw. Antonio Gomez wipes it off and gets ready to throw this one back in. Gomez, an experienced player, 45 appearances in the MLS Next Pro. Rosseteer gave that a strike, but sent well over the bar. Enter the Prinx Tires USL Cup Game Day Kids Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Waters, who was under some pressure, able to get that away. Fell to Edwards. Now here's Rose. Rose tries to get around Chandler O'Dwyer. He will win a foul. Gomez. Nobody home on the run. Was trying to time it up with Jääskeläinen, but they were not on the same page. You see Jääskeläinen tell him, I don't know why you thought I was running there. Not the first time that these two teams have met. They actually met under a year ago in the USL 2 playoffs. Both sides were USL 2 teams just last year, both inaugural sides. Sporting Jacksonville made the jump to USL, while Sarasota to USL 1. But in the round of 32, they played at the Premier Sports Campus. Sarasota walked away with a 2-0 win. Possibly trying to get a positive result here. And this just sent away for a throw. And the head coach of the USL 2 side, Mirko Dakovic, said that Sporting Jacksonville was the most well-rounded team that they played. But obviously, much different sides meeting here tonight. Nice move by Edwards, and then is chopped down. And there is head coach Mika Ilavara, trying to get this club their first win against a USL Championship side. Only played that one match versus the Rowdies. But if there was any team to do it against, it would be the Sporting Jacksonville side. I asked him if he thought that this was an opportunity to get that win and to get back on track, just given how poor Sporting Jacksonville has started, and he said right back, that's probably how Sporting Jacksonville is thinking about us right now. 25th minute, still deadlocked at 0. No real chance for either side. Here's Dudley. Now Rose. Gets by Pedersen. Rose on the run. Leaves it off nicely. Real opportunity. Sends it too far to the left. Good opportunity there for Sporting Jacksonville. Alcock, who got the only goal in the 2-1 loss versus Indy 11. Nearly scoring in back-to-back matches. That goal was nothing short of a beauty, hidden in the top left corner. Even though Sporting Jacksonville might have been outplayed in that first half, they found the only goal. Pedersen. Andres Rodriguez. Amadeka just letting this develop, gets it through to Ethan Bryant, who sends it down to Bulldog. His run cut off by Rose as Oliveras picks it up. A fairly easy night for him. As we near the half-hour mark. Again, in these Prinx Towers USL Cup games, if it is tied, it will go to a penalty shootout. So both teams will secure 1 point, and the penalty shootout will be to secure that second point, which could be crucial for both of these teams if we do get there. Obviously, still a lot of time to play, but something to note as this game goes along. Pedersen. Now Rodriguez. Bulldog got it to O'Dwyer, who is pushed down. Referee Eric Pavon will step in there. We resume play. Harvey Neville taking his time to get this in. Finally does. Edwards to Dudley. Sends it forward. Falls to Rose. Antonio Gomez. Kieran Sadlier. Nice tackle right there from Andres Rodriguez. Bulldog pivots and sends it to Bolaños on the left. As Sarasota tries to set up, find their first goal of the USL Cup. Kruger, Bolaños. Bryant to Rodriguez. Pedersen. Back to Amadeus Shogard. A recent signee of Sarasota. Amadeus Shogard, one of the many Scandinavian presences that has been compiled on this Sarasota side. A lot of ties to Scandinavia and the Richmond Kickers. And that is how Sarasota has really built this team. Here's Chandler O'Dwyer. Rodriguez. Brendan Kruger leaves it off for Bolaños, who strides forward, sends it into the box. Pedersen, one-on-one with Rose, tries to dazzle around. It falls to McLaughlin, and it will be sent only as far as Ethan Bryant. Waters feels the pressure of Alcock and sends it back to Amadeka. 30 minutes into his professional debut. Bolduc makes his run. Pass deflected. McLaughlin gives a challenge. Rose wanted a foul. They're not going to get it, but it will be a throw for Sporting Jacksonville. Dudley winds this in. Declan Waters is fouled, and referee quickly comes in. There will be a free kick. Alcock called for that foul. More than half an hour played. Sarasota and Sporting Jacksonville tied at 0. Points are crucial in this match. Miami FC, as we mentioned, already with 6 points. And a win against the Tampa Bay Rowdies would make it 9. That is no easy feat, though. Tampa Bay, top team in the USL at the moment. Bulldog tries to get around, unable to do so. The Sporting Jacksonville defense has been very tight. Sarasota's had possession a lot more than they have, but haven't been able to make much of it. This back line has looked very solid. And despite the winless start, this defense, many games, is only allowing 1 goal. Here's Bolaños, sent in. It will be a goal kick. Again, just a couple weeks ago, we talked about it. 5 out of 6 games that Jacksonville has been held scoreless. Won 4 of those games. They lost 1-0. There's only so much you can do. But this defense and Christian Oliveras has really done their part. Oliveras kept Sporting Jacksonville in that game against Indy 11, making some incredible saves. Was the finalist for Save of the Week last week with a wonderful kick save that would have put the game away for Indy. Sadlier gets this in. Real opportunity now for Sporting Jacksonville, and they score! Pedder opens the scoring in the 34th minute. And the young 18-year-old keeper in his first test lets it go through. This is a really good pass from Kieran Sadlier. And a really good strike. A great touch to keep possession. Shogard and Waters unable to deflect it, and it just gets past Amadeka's hands. Second goal in 2026 for Rafferty Pedder. Sporting Jacksonville with the lead. They have not been able to say that much this season. Trying to get that first win, the first professional win for Sporting Jacksonville. See what Sarasota has in store now. Here is Pedder. Sends this one to Antonio Gomez. Pedder spent some time the U18 and U23 side of Tottenham before he made the move to MLS Next. Ethan Bryant. Now O'Dwyer. Rodriguez. Now Bryant, weaving through. Bryant tees it up. And it will be a goal kick that's going to deflect off of Garrett McLaughlin. Garrett McLaughlin, the third leading goal scorer in USL 1 history, has yet to find a goal so far in the 2026 campaign. His 10th game of the season. Amadeus Shogard. Bolaños. Quickly through, it's Brendan Kruger. Gomez is there. Back out to Bolaños. Gets around Pedder, sends this one in. And off of Jacksonville and out for another Saramana corner. Let us manage your technology. Andres Rodriguez will go to take. His first professional contract. Been a regular starter for the Sarasota side. Sends one towards the middle. Trying to find Declan Waters. Always a guy that opponents of Sarasota like to pinpoint in the box, and this is why. Creating opportunities such as this. Bulldog still with it. Gets around Gomez, tees it up, and deflects out for a corner. It was a nice play by Ethan Dudley to get in front of that. The header just punched away by Oliveras, but it stayed alive. Look at that move right there from Bulldog. Tees it up. Dudley able to send it out for another Sarah Mana corner kick. Let us manage your technology. Cleared away. Pedder able to get ahead on it. Sent back towards Hamadeka. Turning 65er, reviewing your Medicare coverage? Signature Medicare Solutions is here to help. Scan the QR code now to connect with a licensed expert and make sure you're getting the benefits you deserve. Harvey Neville gets set to throw this in. Two assists on the season from the product of Manchester, England. Alcock. Not able to get past Shogard. Back to Amadeka. Dwyer tries to keep it alive for Sarasota. Unable to do so. Alcock tries to win this back. Bulldog trying to leave it off, but nobody was there. Out for a Jacksonville throw. And we do have an injured JAX player down. 41st minute. It was a goal in the 34th minute. By Rafferty Pedder. Down on the ground is Jordan Rossetier. Took a collision, 1 assist on the season. Just got clipped there from Chandler O'Dwyer. Jordan Rossetier, from Liverpool, England, grew up a Liverpool fan. He signed his first professional contract in 2013 with Liverpool FC, and in his first game with the first team, in a cup game, 10 minutes in, he was able to net his first goal for Liverpool at Anfield. Spent a couple more years before eventually leaving for the Rangers, but one of the highlights of Rossetier's career was a goal from well beyond, but was able to put it through and achieve his boyhood dream. It's a pretty cool story, a unique story, being from Liverpool and getting the score for your hometown club, especially a club of that manner and that prestige. With the top guys on this Sporting Jacksonville side. As he waits to come back in. That is saved. Nice job by McLaughlin. O'Dwyer gave it a run, but sent away by Rose. Bryant. Waters. Now Pedersen, as you see Rossetier run back on. Nice spin right there from Ethan Bryant. Back to Rodriguez. Here's McLaughlin. Now Kruger leaves it off for Rodriguez. Kruger will send this one in. It's low. As Neville will send it away. A lot of pressure here from Sarasota. Nearly dispossessed. Brian able to keep it alive. Bolduc to Bolaños. Pedder forced him to send that back to Rodriguez. O'Dwyer. Bryant. Oh, this is beautifully played, but just too much for Bolduc. And we've said his name often tonight. Just got acquainted with this Sarasota side. Again, only his second game. Only played 20 minutes in that game versus Chattanooga, like we mentioned. But he seems fit in really well here. Salier, now Rose. Alcock. Back to Rose. Salier, flip sides. It's Gomez. Neville. Pedder again. This time he slips. Fourth official has indicated 2 minutes of Shoemaker's stoppage time. Over 300 attorneys and advisors helping move your business forward with confidence. And so Dwyer taking down a free kick for the Paradise as they try and find a goal before the half. Taken down hard. Clear foul. Rodriguez. They will give a yellow to Ethan Dudley as this will slowly roll out for a goal kick. Halfway through the Shoemakers, attorneys, and advisors stoppage time. Want more Paradise Soccer? Scan the QR code on screen now or visit sarasotaparadise.us and grab your tickets before they're gone. Paradise are right back in action at the Premier Sports Campus. They will host AV Alta on Saturday. Military Appreciation Night. Then they head out west for what will likely be a difficult road test for Sarasota, but a stretch that Sarasota really needs to pick up some points. They have dropped a lot of matches at home. And now for a large part of the summer, they will be traveling on the road. They will play Spokane Velocity on the 24th of May. And then they will play AC Boise a couple days after that. But first, they will have to worry about Sporting Jacksonville, who they trail 1-0 to at the break. It is a 34th minute goal from Rafferty Pedder. His second goal of the 2026 campaign. And that is the lone goal, which has Sporting Jacksonville on top as they look for their first professional win. Half one was back and forth, not a lot of opportunities. Sporting Jacksonville out in front of the Sarasota Paradise. 1-0 your score.
For nearly 5 decades, the Nicholas family of companies has shaped the communities where we live, work, and gather. We build what communities depend on. We drive automotive spaces forward. We generate opportunities through development. We power sports and recreation venues. And we create unforgettable memories. This is more than business. It's family.
In this place, strength means something different. It means us all being together. And doing our thing. You can look all you want, but there's still no place like this place.
The past 50 years have been fantastic for Sarasota. What have we been doing? Well, we specialize in Ricoh printer copier scanners, managed IT services, software for cost recovery, fleet management, and hydration solutions. Sarasota, let our family work hard for your business.
Planning to move? Choose Pods, the most awarded container moving company. Whether you're moving across town or across the country, Pods brings the container to you. Keep it as long as you like and pack at your own pace. When you're ready, we'll take it to your new home or store it at a secure Pod storage center until you need it. And best of all, you don't have to do the driving. Trust Pods with your next move. Book at pods.com today.
Welcome back on into Paradise. Prinx Tires USL Cup action sees Sporting Jacksonville in front of Sarasota 1-0. Let's hear a word from Dan Lucas to explain the USL Cup.
"42 clubs in the USL Championship and League One will form 7 groups filled out by region. Each club will play 4 group matches, and when the dust settles, the 7 group winners will advance along with 1 wildcard team, not 2 wildcards like last year. The remaining 8 clubs will be drawn into 4 quarterfinal matches with 1 stipulation. The wildcard cannot be drawn against its group winner. The 4 quarterfinal winners will then be drawn for the semifinal round, with the 2 finalists drawn to determine the host for the Prinx Tires USL Cup final.
Pain doesn't care who you are or why you hurt, but pain can be mastered if you know the way. Fight back with Tiger Balm's legendary herbal power. Trusted for over 100 years, our proven blend of camphor, menthol, and essential oils tames pain with the strength and speed of the tiger, so that you can rise above pain and get back to living. This is the way of the tiger.
Today, we accomplished nothing. I mean it, not a thing. And it was kinda everything.
Stay 3 nights this summer at Best Western and get $50 off a future stay.
Prinx tires in the USL help soccer journeys everywhere to drive harder. From city playgrounds to suburban sidelines, from early mornings to late nights, from fun with friends to winner takes all, from the biggest fan to the biggest heart. And at every turn, Prinx tires will be there for the long haul.
At halftime here in Sarasota, Florida, Sporting Jacksonville makes the 4-hour trip down south. They lead 1-0 at halftime. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule here in the USL Cup. Westchester and the Cosmos Friday at 7 p.m., along with the Pittsburgh Riverhounds and Charlotte Independence. And then on CBS Sports Network, it's the Richmond Kickers versus the Charleston Battery. Then we move on to Saturday. This is the game that matters the most for Sarasota and Sporting Jacksonville. Miami FC with 6 points, 2 games played. Tampa Bay Rowdies, 1 game played, 3 points. Miami FC wins, they are as sure as in, as long as they pick up a draw in their remaining game versus Sarasota. But if Tampa Bay wins, then it kind of flips upside down. Gives teams like Sporting Jacksonville a chance, possibly Sarasota, if they come back and win. The action doesn't stop just on that Saturday. Athletic Club Boise, they're back in action in the USL Cup against Monterey Bay, who does not have a win in league play yet. They do have a USL Cup win in penalties. So does Boise. Boise, that side that is a real good new inaugural side, and they might be pushing for another cup set en route to possibly winning their division. FC Naples and Sporting Jacksonville Sunday at 5 p.m. Another big one for Sporting Jacksonville to try and keep their hopes alive. Let's send it over to Dan Lucas for the halftime update.
It is halftime in the Prinx Tires USL Cup. We hope you enjoyed the first half. I'm Dan Lucas inside the USL studio with a look at some of the headlines for the week. Hartford Athletics' Adrian Dispe had quite the match in Week 10 against Detroit City. He recovered from an own goal to score the game-winning goal in a 2-1 win over Detroit. Dispe helped head coach Brendan Burke achieve his 100th win in the USL Championship. Chattanooga Red Wolves got back into the win column last weekend and added some history in the process. Matt Bentley scored 3 goals and assisted on another goal in a 4-1 win over Sarasota Paradise. Bentley is the 4th player in League One history to record a hat trick and an assist in a single match. In a span of 1 week since the opening of Ruoff Mortgage Stadium, Fort Wayne FC has won 2 matches and drawn another, and the play of Tague Healy has led the way. Healy has scored in all 3 of Fort Wayne's home matches and enters this week on a 4-game goal-scoring streak. He's already accomplished a lot at 22 years old, leading NC State to the NCAA College Cup final last year. In 2024, Healy was the MVP in the USL League Two final. Upcoming national TV broadcasts, all in the championship. Rhode Island and Brooklyn next Saturday. Sporting Jackson San Antonio on the 27th. Then it's Louisville City and Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 30th. All 3 matches on CBS Sports Network. Well, the second half is getting closer. Let's get you back out to your match.
For nearly 5 decades, the Nicholas family of companies has shaped the communities where we live, work, and gather. We build what communities depend on. We drive automotive spaces forward. We generate opportunities through development. We power sports and recreation venues. And we create unforgettable memories. This is more than business. It's family.
back at the ranch. Things are really heating up. Celebrations are taking shape. Memories are sinking in. At the ranch, we're taking swings and making strides, letting loose and living well. Now it's your turn. Plant those roots. Rekindle. Rejoice. Shine bright. This is where bold days begin.
Eclipsing the sparkle of jewels and beyond collecting art. True luxury is not a thing acquired or a status to declare. Real, meaningful luxury is a feeling discovered. The opulence of spirit. The relaxed, resplendent luxury of the Sarasota area. Feel the difference.
Prinx Tires is proud to be the presenting sponsor of the Prinx Tires USL Cup. Built for practical performance and the long haul, Prinx delivers reliability for everyday drivers like you. Visit PrinxTireUSA.com to learn more. Pods Moving and Storage. Trust Pods with your next move. Welcome back into Sarasota, Florida. Second half action just about to get underway. 1-0 the score, Jacksonville on top. Let's take a look at how we got here. We'll start off with the only goal scored so far. There have not been many chances. Pedder just gets this one past Roxanne Amadeka. Look at that first touch. Shogar not able to get back in place. Declan Waters stretches the leg, cannot hit it. 38th minute. Sarasota trying to knock on the door. Waters heads it. Wasn't able to be corralled by Oliveras. It falls to Bolduc. Bolduc makes a nice move, but it is a great job by Ethan Dudley to deflect this away. We'll take a look at the first half stats. 2 shots for both teams, but no shots on target for Sarasota. They've had the better of the possession. They've had more corners. You could argue they've had more opportunities, but the goals don't lie. In Sporting Jacksonville, the only team with the goal, they lead 1-0. What a strike it was from Rafferty Pedder to get his second goal of the campaign. Sporting Jacksonville trying to get that first professional win. 45 minutes to close it out as we are getting set to begin half number 2 in Paradise. 7th home game of the year for Sarasota. They have been at home a lot, obviously, with 7 home games. Another forward, or another USL 1 side in forward, Madison, has still not played a home game. They'll play in the Prinx Tires USL Cup on Saturday, May 16th, coming up here over the weekend. But this Sarasota side, the note to make about this, they haven't been winning those home games. They've won 2 of them, but in a league like League One, where you have to win your home games because it's so tough to win on the road. Mathematically, it is the toughest professional league to win road games in. Sarasota's dropped a lot of points at home. They haven't been able to pick up a road win yet. They fell versus Naples, Westchester, and over the weekend to Chattanooga. So they've got to start picking up these results at home. This is a cup game. They'll have another chance in the league against Avialta, but you have to sense there is a sense of urgency for Sarasota. 9 games played in league play. But they sit at 7 points. And what a road test they have coming up against, as we mentioned right before the break, traveling out west to Spokane and Boise. Half number 2 underway. Addison Resco with you here to bring you along the final 45 minutes and possibly a penalty shootout if this game goes tied at the end of 90. Alcock grabbing, here's his lower back there, twisting it out. Sporting Jacksonville right now at the live table with 3 points. In group number 7, they would have a chance if they can close this out to get to 6. They will travel an hour and a half south down I-75 to FC Naples, who lost their first cup game to Miami FC. This one sent down to Bolaños. Always a threat on this left side. Bolaños, what a move! Deflects out for a corner as he urges the Sarasota crowd on. And this is the threat that Jonathan Bolaños brings. Pedersen sends it all the way down. Controls the touch, just hops over a sliding Jacksonville defender. Sets up a corner kick for Andres Rodriguez. 5th Saramana corner kick. Let us manage your technology. Waters cleared away from the 6. Oliveras will fall to the ground. What a real opportunity that was. Waters just not able to get enough on it. Neville taken down. Bolaños is punching the ground, screaming in pain, and based on that reaction, that did not look good. And that is a guy that Sarasota can simply not afford to lose. Got him right on the ankle. Maybe the shin. You see Bolaños grabbing at it right away, almost squirming around in pain. Harvey Neville, you see there on the screen, picks up a yellow card. 2nd yellow of the match for Sporting Jacksonville. Free kick here for the Paradise. Rodriguez will send this in. Sent down, it's Alcock. Rossitier. Gomez, now Edwards. Gomez, Neville. Chopped down by Bolaños. Back-to-back exchanges between those two. Now Neville on the ground. Does not look as if Jonathan Bolaños will be booked. And free kick coming up here for Jacksonville. No, he will get a yellow. Took a while to give him the book. And you see a tap between Jonathan Bolaños and Harvey Neville, who, again, just got each other in the span of 2 minutes. Sadlier has 1 assist on the day so far. That corner, or excuse me, that free kick will roll out for a goal kick. Amadeka plays it quickly. Rodriguez out for a throw. Good touch by head coach of the Paradise, Miguel Ibarra. Kruger gets set to throw. Shogard Now Waters. Looking for Bolaños. And so far for Sarasota, that is the 5th time that they have tried to send it from the back to the left to Jonathan Bolaños. They've had a couple of chances come of it, but again, when you look at Sarasota's game, that's a large part of it, is how do we get Jonathan Bolaños involved? That was a nice pass. Left off for Andres Rodriguez. Dwyer's there to the left. But they are not on the same page. It will go out for a goal kick. Create something special with the Nicholas family of companies. From multi-family to multi-use fields, Nicholas builds communities across Florida, Illinois, and Wisconsin. Pedder sent that out for a Sarasota throw. Kruger, now Rodriguez. Shogard. Played back for Roxon Amadeka. Bolaños. And now for a Sporting Jacksonville throw. We'll have our first substitution of the game. Edgardo Rito. He will come in for Antonio Gomez. Rito, who spent the 2025 season with Phoenix Rising. 32 appearances during the 2024 USL Championship season, and was named to the USL Championship All-League First Team back in 2022 with Oakland Roots. Rito, a guy with a lot of USL experience. Rito throws this in. Alcock with it. Sends it off of Kruger for a corner kick. Good opportunity now for Jacksonville. And this was a problem for Sarasota in that 4-1 loss against Chattanooga. They haven't let in any goals directly off of corners so far this season, but it's been the deflections after. Right after it gets deflected out, and couple teams have been able to put it by them. This corner kick brought to you by Sarah Manna. Let us manage your technology. Sadlier sends it in. Amadeka punches it away. Sent back to Kieran Sadlier. Makes a nice move. Andres Rodriguez nearly dispossesses him. Sadlier goes for goal, but no problem for Amadeka. Turn to the CBS Sports Network May 16th for a round 2 Prinx Tires USL Cup Group 6 matchup. Richmond Kickers host Charleston Battery at 6 p.m. Eastern. Catch all the action on the CBS Sports Network Saturday, May 16th. You can get a look at the side that head coach of the Paradise, Mika Alvaro, was with for so long, along with so many of these players, as Shogard, with nobody around him, sends it into the crowd. Nice catch. An okay throw, the underhand. Alcock to Sadlier. Sadlier, patient, sends it back. Alcock now into the hands of Amadeka. Again, we touched on it, the amount of experienced guys on this team, a lot of them have come through the Richmond Kickers. Many of them are part of that 2022 Richmond Kicker side that won the regular season title. But when you look past the players of experience for Sarasota, it is a lot of young talent, guys like Roxanne Amadeka, Matthew Cincy. This is a side that is the youngest side in USL 1. There is Liam Fox encouraging his team on. About 33 minutes and some change away from getting Sporting JAX their first professional win. It is May. Sporting Jacksonville still does not have a win in any competition. The only team in the USL Championship not to. Rose is able to keep that in. Sent back to Laveras. Pedersen tried to keep it alive, unable to do so. Goes out for another Sporting JAX throw. Watch the USL Championship in Spanish on 2DN, the nation's leading Spanish language sports network. Go to uslchampionship.com for the complete USL TV listings. Rito dispossessed nicely there by Kruger. Paradise have an advantage. Ethan Bryant able to get it over to Pedersen on the right. Now Bolduc is it nicely for O'Dwyer. O'Dwyer crosses this in, trying to go towards the back post. And will go out for a corner. Nobody was there on that back post. Paradise probably fortunate to come away with the corner from that. Paradise corner kicks are brought to you by Saramana. Let us manage your technology. And that is a clear foul on Declan Waters. Push in the back, and that has been a theme for Sarasota to this point in the season. It has been the fouls on free kicks and corners. Two substitutions coming in for the Paradise. Matthew Cincy will come in for Garrett McLaughlin. And Matt Bolduc will be replaced by Jordan Bender. Substitutions for the Paradise are brought to you by Shoemaker Attorneys and Advisors. Over 300 attorneys and advisors helping move your business forward with confidence. Matthew Cincy replacing McLaughlin. McLaughlin still yet to find the score sheet. Maybe the young product from UMass can notch his second professional goal and tie this game up for Sarasota. He's with it now, but that run is offside. Harvey Neville. Edwards to Tito. Poor touch. Rito gets it back. World-class speeches, vibrant arts and culture, pro-level play. Keep the energy going and discover what's happening around town at visitsarasota.com. Oliveris with it. Still no shots on target. Rito giving chase. And will win a corner. A nice effort right there from Edgardo Rito, who just came on. Brendan Kruger was not able to shield him away. Good opportunity now for Sporting Jacksonville, who goes quick. Pedder leaves it off. Sadlier towards the back post. Weren't able to make anything of the opportunity. Kruger looking for Bolaños, but that run cut off well right there by Neville. Sent back down. Alcock giving a run. Sent back to Amadeka. He's made some important saves to keep this game level at, or not level, but remaining at 1-0. Another offside run. That time they'll get Jordan Bender. Select is proud to be the official matchball supplier of the USL Championship. From the grassroots to the pros, Select is there every step of the way. Visit us.select-support.com for the latest Select products, specials, and more. Select, the player's choice. Pedder. Dudley. Rose. Back to Dudley. 65th minute, Sporting Jacksonville remains on top, 1-0 the score. A goal in the 35th minute by Rafferty Pedder. Again, this is a, technically not, but it really is a must-win game for both of these teams to stay alive in the Prinx Tires USL Cup Group 7. Both teams already suffered a defeat. And one more with the likes of the Tampa Bay Rowdies and Miami FC would virtually put the loser of this game out. Sporting Jacksonville will again play FC Naples on Sunday. And with 2 wins against USL 1 teams, they can put themselves right back in the mix. The Sporting Jacksonville side trying to taste victory for the first time this season. Paradise looking for Bolaños. They're not able to get it there. Nathan Bryant controls. Paradise in the attacking third again. O'Dwyer flicks this on. Bender to Bolaños. Save is made. The two substitutes, Matthew Sensi and Jordan Bender, a little give and go. Bolaños just not able to get his header by Christian Oliveras. We touched on it earlier. His form, despite the team's record, has been pretty elite. Couple games, not so much, but for a majority of the games, you're not seeing teams put more than one past. Jacob Evans will come into the game, replacing Rafferty Pedder. Dominic Brolinski coming in for the first time as a member of the Paradise. And then it is Sander Rode who will replace Andres Rodriguez. Sander Rode has been the weapon of recent for Sarasota. 2 goals and 4 assists on the season. Scored or assisted in 4 straight games. He has really found his mark. He was the one who set up Matthew Sensi for that equalizing goal on Saturday against Chattanooga. Scored the first ever goal at the USL 1 level for the Paradise. A free kick against Fort Wayne. Here is Kruger. Gave a look towards Rode, but sends it back to Amadeus Shogard. Brandon Kruger. Shogard. Press here from Jacksonville. Hamadeka sends it down. And now those substitutions will happen. Jacob Evans will now replace Rafferty Pedder, who scored that goal in the 34th minute. Juan Kuzain will come on in as well for Jacksonville, who will replace Kieran Satlier, who assisted that goal from Pedder. Satlier was really impressive in these 69 minutes he played, created a multitude of opportunities. Stop play. Looks like Alcott might have taken his shoulder. That's what he's claiming from Amadeka. Let's take another look. Tough to see from that far away. Alcott will get up. Paradise were on the run. Alcott will walk off the pitch. Scored that goal against Indy 11 in the 2-1 loss. Had an opportunity earlier in the first half, almost opened the scoring for Jacksonville. Less than 20 minutes to go before we hit stoppage time. And if you're Sarasota, you might just be wanting to send this to penalty kicks again. For those unfamiliar with the Prinx Tires USL Cup format, if the game ends in a tie, it will head to a penalty shootout. The winner of the shootout will get 2 points from the match. So not 3, but they will get 2. So still a chance for Sarasota to keep themselves alive, but Sporting Jacksonville will want to hang on to all 3 points here. Zoe Dwyer. Shogard. Waters right at the halfway line. Now Kruger. Oh, Dwyer. Able to squeak this one through to Bender, who sets up Sonder Road. Back to Bender. Bender felt he was tripped up. Soccer season is here, and SeatGeek is the official ticketing partner of the USL. Get all your USL tickets and more from the #1 ticketing site, SeatGeek. Your tickets to great seats. Neville sends this one back to Oliveras. This is a good build-up. Rito sends this one towards the middle. Saved by Amadeka. Ahmad Alcott got a good hit on it, but Amadeka there for the save. It was actually Juan Hussein who got the strike. Kruger. Orlinski back to Kruger. Dispossessed. Evans to Rito. Evans will send this back towards Dudley. Tyshawn Rose. Good opportunity here. Amateka just able to keep that out. Slipped a little bit and looked as if that might have found the back of the net. Paradise stay in this game, but just barely. Jacksonville on the attack again. Shogard able to send it clear. Sent in from Kuzain. And Amateka just gets a piece of it. Jääskeläinen was our player to watch and has been such a weapon for this Jacksonville side. Nearly put that one home. Dispossessed, Paradise with it now. 75th minute. Brendan Kruger. Bryant taken down and a free kick for Sarasota. Jordan Rossetier guilty. Can't watch the match? Turn on Sirius XM-FC 157. North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk, including USL All Access on Tuesday nights. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS Premier League, and more, all on Sirius XM-FC 157 and the Sirius XM app. Sonder Road! Well, with the form he's in, you don't fault him for taking that shot. falls right to him. And that looked on target, but deflects off a member of the Paradise and goes out for a goal kick. He didn't take that last free kick, but Sander Rohn, already with a free kick goal this year, was known for that at Louisville, where he spent his college years. Jacob Evans. Rito not able to corral that pass. Shogard sends this all the way down. Ryan Edwards. Edwards with it again. Edwards captained the Blackburn Rovers to the FA Youth Cup during the 2011-2012 campaign. Also from Liverpool, England. The guy that we mentioned, that head coach of Sporting Jacksonville, Liam Fox, is very acquainted to. Skalainen not able to keep that in. Out for a Sarasota throw. Dwyer. Declan Waters back towards the near side for Kruger. Dashes through. Brolinski, a poor touch. Falls back to Kruger. Bender. Brolinski has it again. Sends it towards the middle, but nobody's there. Good movement from Sarasota as they try and break their deadlock. They have not been able to get past Oliveras yet. They haven't tested him much. It's a nice turn by Bryant. Now Bender trying to weave around, sends this one in. O'Dwyer, Pedersen, sent away by Tyshawn Rose. Out for a Sarasota throw. Sarasota has had a lot of the possession tonight, but they just have not been able to find the back of the net, and it just feels like that's been the theme all season long. Similar to Sporting Jacksonville, but they have been able to find one tonight, and they will have a free kick, and a yellow card will come on out. Ethan Bryant will go in the book. There is head coach Mikael Lavara. Ethan Bryant just clipped him. Clearly a yellow. Mikael Lavara will, as you probably saw there on the bottom of your screen, looks to bring on Maximus Tainio. Trying to throw something at Sporting Jacksonville in these final 10 minutes. Sensei, a poor pass. Jacksonville takes it away. Harvey Neville controls and flips sides. Dispossessed, and now here's Sander Rohn. Looking for Brolinski. But it is tapped by Neville back to Oliveras. Waters able to win possession back for the Paradise. O'Dwyer. Now Bryant. Bender! Save made by Oliveras. Boy, Bender had to reach that foot out to be able to control that. Wasn't able to get a ton on that shot, but Sarasota continues to press. They've had nearly all the possession recently. Here is Kuzain. Now Rose, back to Kuzain. To continue to give and go before Kuzain sends it back. Edwards. Rossitier. eFootball is here. Live your dream, rep your team, and play as your favorite USL Championship club. eFootball is free to play. Download now. '83rd minute. Jacksonville with a 1-0 lead, closing in on their first ever win as a professional club. Brendan Kruger. Now Ethan Bryant. Rito not able to send it away. Bryant. Over to Brolinski. To the youngster Matthew Sensi. Trying to find Brolinski. He's able to retrieve it. Bryant back towards Waters, and Waters is forced to send this back to Amadeka. Good pressure right there from Ahmad Alcock. Brolinski able to take it away from Rossitier. Sensi one-on-one with Neville. Slowly building up. Crosses this one in, looking for Sonarone. It falls to Bender! Pushed aside. Bender again towards the back post. But Matthew Sensi not able to get ahead on it. Jordan Bender has really been an impact for Sarasota since coming on. But now here is Jacksonville the other way. Alcock. Gaskelainen, one more. And it is cleared away. He's trying to set up Jacob Evans. Both teams pushing for a goal in these final 10 minutes. Neville. Evans to Rito, back to Evans. Gaskelainen, Alcock, back in, and Amadeka comes in to make the save. Alcock with his hands on his head, he can't believe that's not a penalty. And there is that sub for Mikael Lavora and the Paradise. Maximus Tainio will replace Brendan Kruger. Final 5 minutes for Sarasota to find an equalizer. The USL Championship and League One are on CBS Sports and ESPN platforms all season long. Catch live matches and expert analysis every day on the CBS Sports Golazo Network and ESPN+. Go to USLChampionship.com or USLLeague1.com for the complete USL TV listings. Sporting Jacksonville another run. Kuzain leads it off for Evans. Jaskalainen, one more to Rito. Back in. 2-0. Deflection for Alcock. He scored in back-to-back games, and this one is the finisher. Sporting Jacksonville will get their first ever professional win. Rito sends this in beautifully. Jaskalainen lucky to not take that away from Alcock. Slides in as Jacksonville will slide into the win column for the first time this season. Alcock all smiles. It's Ahmad Alcock's second goal of the season. Scored in the 2-1 loss versus Indy 11. It was a great goal. And he's just put the finishing touches up on this Prinx Towers USL Cup game. Unless Sarasota has a word, and they'll need it quickly. Paradise back in action for Military Appreciation Night on May 16th. Back to league play. Sarasota will be looking to pick up a win. It'll be their 10th league game played. And it's not do or die time yet for Sarasota, but the sense of urgency should be there. Only 7 points in 9 games. And Avialta, although they did just pick up a 2-0 win over Forward Madison, is a team that Sarasota could beat. And a team that you might say Sarasota should beat at home. Avialta will be making the long trip over from California before the Paradise, as we mentioned, gets set to head out west. Jacksonville will stay in town before heading down an hour south to Naples as they look to continue to build up their momentum in the Prinx Towers USL Cup. This is a team that hung in there with Miami FC despite the defeat. Sander Road sends us in. O'Dwyer can't put that towards the frame. It will be a corner kick. Paradise corners are brought to you by Saramana. Let us manage your technology. Another game that Sarasota has produced an abundance of corners. Their 7th of the game so far. Pedersen will tee this up. Bouncing around, Bender! Sends away. Boy, Bender's had a couple of chances here in half number 2. Tainio deflected. Tainio called for the foul. The fourth official has indicated 5 minutes of Shoemakers, Attorneys and Advisors stoppage time. Over 300 attorneys and advisors helping move your business forward with confidence. Rossetier down on the ground. Second time he's been down, but what a play that was from Jordan Rossetier. Tainio was getting set to cross that one in. He was able to deflect it and then make a very positive run. Nearly able to get around Tainio, only didn't because Tainio fouled him. And Tainio will go into the book with a yellow card. 4 minutes remain. Jacksonville with a 2-0 win, or lead. They're closing in on that win. Enter the Prinx Tires USL Cup Game Day Kit Sweepstakes for your chance to win a prize pack worth up to $2,000. Scan the QR code on screen and enter today. Roxon Amadeka, who made his first start for Sarasota. Well, this is into Brolinski. Gets around the keeper, but it is too far. Waters sends this all the way down. Brolinski gets the touch. It gets around Olivares, but it goes out of play. Olivares nearing a clean sheet. The Sporting Jacksonville defense finally rewarded for their efforts all season long. Luke Granitor will come into the game for Ahmad Alcock for the final 2 minutes of this match. And a foul called against Ty Neo, who is already in the book with the yellow. Nothing worthy of a second yellow there, just a free kick to Jacksonville. Amadeka to Declan Waters, who will send this all the way down again. Once again, looking for Brolinski. It's on the road. Now back here to Brolinski. Now back to Road. Taking away Rito there, who will just send it clear. Medeka comes up and touches that on to Declan Waters. 1 more minute before Sporting Jacksonville closes out their first win. They'll still be looking for that first USL Championship League win. But you know this has to feel good for Liam Fox and this Sporting Jacksonville side. Ethan Bryant. Nice job right there from Pedersen to keep that alive. Waters. Crossed in, looking for Road. And it will go out for a Sarasota throw. Paradise will send everyone into the box here. Even if this goes in, it will likely not be enough time. And that will conclude. Or it will not, it will just be a foul on the throw-in. Seen that a multitude of times. And now, the final whistle, Sporting Jacksonville with their first professional win. Liam Fox and this Sporting Jacksonville defense rewarded for their effort tonight. They keep a clean sheet. A goal in the 34th minute from Rafferty Pedder, and then the closer late in the second half, Ahmad Alcock, puts the finishing touches. Sporting Jacksonville heads to Naples on Sunday, trying to keep this Group 7 run alive. Sporting Jacksonville, 2-0 final over Sarasota. Paradise back to the drawing board on May 16th in league play against Avianta. Highlights and reaction coming up next. Don't go anywhere.
In Sarasota, high school sports are more than games. They're packed stands, overtime wins, and moments we'll never forget. This is high school sports, and it lives here. We've got the scores, the highlights, the stars, and the stories that matter to families and fans. Because these are our schools, our teams, our pride. Follow every play, every win, every unforgettable moment. Visit htpreps at heraldtribune.com.
The past 50 years have been fantastic for Sarasota. What have we been doing? Well, we specialize in Ricoh printer copier scanners, managed IT services, software for cost recovery, fleet management, and hydration solutions. Sarasota, let our family work hard for your business.
Here at ABC7, we help businesses on the Suncoast
connect with potential clients.
We use cutting-edge broadcasts and digital tools
to help get your brand in front of the right customers.
We'll help you expand your share of the market by precisely targeting your audience.
We craft proven marketing strategies to separate you from competitors,
so that you can accurately predict your growth by consistently generating revenue.
Let us help you grow your business. Scan the QR code to schedule a time for more information today.
Welcome back into Sarasota. Alcock giving a hug. He deserves one. 2 goals in back-to-back games. He gets the finisher here to put Sporting Jacksonville on top for their first professional win. Let's take a look at the match highlights and how would have put it home for the 2-0 Jacksonville win. Paradise, they lead the possession, they have more shots, they have more corners, but again, they do not get the win. They don't even get a goal tonight. Sporting Jacksonville, 2 goals. They really played well, specifically defensively. Their goals were good, but man, that Sporting Jacksonville defense really came to play, really limited the opportunities that Sarasota had. Well, Sporting Jacksonville gets their first win. Maybe this can turn the tide on their season. And hey, they're still alive in the Prinx Towers USL Cup. 2-0 your final score. I'm Addison Resco saying so long from Sarasota. Sporting Jacksonville 2, Sarasota Paradise 0.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent of the United Soccer League.